everyone.
Good afternoon.
I am Zenobia Fields. I am the Director of Economic Development for the City of Plainfield. Welcome to the opening of our second cannabis dispensary and our first woman-owned dispensary. So congratulations. This is another opportunity for Plainfield to showcase how we are literally growing through our partnership and investment. And hey, we have one right here in our downtown community. As Anaya likes to say, I wanted to be right here on Front Street, what I consider the Main Street area. So we are happy to have you as one of our active destination points, because as we continue to grow as a place where we live, work, play, and shop, you are surrounded about the development of downtown Plainfield. We have Frontier Flats right across the street, because Paramount Properties, you're here. One of our other partners, we have Mama Juana's Cafe, that's around the corner. And we are right here in the heart of downtown with all of our other shops and businesses. Plainfield has a rich opportunity of over 600 businesses and over 300 restaurants that we offer here. So while you're here, know that you are part of a fabric of where we continue to grow our working and shopping component of the city. So thank you, Anaya. Now, please forgive me, I'm gonna try the last name.
Okay.
Mukherjee?
Very good.
Okay. Anaya Mukherjee, for committing to becoming a part of our fabric. You're one of a dozen of our cannabis businesses that we have here. This is going to offer us an opportunity where we have hundreds of jobs in the city of Plainfield. And based on our ordinance, we are looking that 1/3 of those jobs are going to be held by our Plainfield residents. So Anaya has already let me know she is actively recruiting for Plainfield residents. So if you are looking, she is looking to work with Union College for training and recruitment purposes. So we know that it takes a lot to get to this point for ribbon cutting, so let me say congratulations once again. And also know that we are here as a resource, whether it's introducing you to the Queen City Chamber, introducing you to some of our college partners, and I know you wanted to join the Love Plainfield campaign. So we are here for you as a resource, and I know you know how to leverage those resources, because Ananya knows how to call me every few minutes if she needs to. So let me just point out some of the resources that we want to be addressed today, because I know you've met Maximo Vasquez, our Manager of Economic Development. You see her somewhere right
Max,
over there. Jeanette Aparicio, she is our Urban Enterprise Zone Coordinator. She is here somewhere. You might not be able to see her, but thank you, Jeanette. We also have Drew Dolman, our Economic Development, Small Business Liaison. So let me just point out some of the cabinet members. I know we have some cabinet members that are here today. I saw John Luis, who works with our sewer and solid waste. He leads that department. He is here somewhere. Our Director of Department of Public Works. Thank you, Public Works. You always make sure we're set up here, cleaning up, making sure we're ready to go. And of course, communications for getting the word out. We appreciate that. And Mayor, I'm going to leave it to you to represent some of our planning board and planning and zoning board members that we have here today, just to thank them too. But they're all here to get you through this process. So now allow me to introduce the man with a vision to keep Plainfield thriving as a place to live, work, play, and shop, the Honorable Mayor O'Malley.
Well, thank you, Zenobia. We pay you to say all those wonderful things. This is another great day in the Queen City of Plainfield. I want to thank Ananya and Royal M and all those that are involved in this business. for the confidence that you have demonstrated in Plainfield by deciding and making that decision to be right here in the heart of our downtown. So we thank you and all of those that are involved in this business with you. You're going to do very well here in Plainfield. I want to thank the members of the planning board as well as the zoning board. And at the risk of, forgetting names, I'll just leave it at that. Thank you, planning board and zoning board. Those are two very important boards we have in this city. When it comes to business, everything that we do, we need the zoning and the planning board to be at the table to make sure that we are guided by the ordinances, the laws that are on the books, and that we do things the right way. But it's also important that they work very closely with our businesses and prospective businesses, because there was a time when it was so difficult to do business here in the city of Plainfield that everyone was just passing us by and going to the next town. And so over the last several years, working in close partnership and collaboration with members of the governing body, most of whom are here today, we've been able to change the perception that people have had about Plainfield. And to many people, perception is reality. And so we had to deliberately, intentionally embark on a campaign that was meant to transform the reputation of the city of Plainfield so that people like you would want to come here, live, work, shop, and play. And I think we've done a very good and effective job of doing precisely that, which is the reason why we have so many businesses come into our city. That is the reason why we have roughly $1 billion in reinvestment and, developer dollars here in the city of Plainfield, because it's that level of confidence that investors have in our city. The cannabis business, if we look back a few years ago, it was very, very taboo. And it was an industry that we would not have imagined that today here in the city of Plainfield that we would be gathered in a space like this where we are legally conducting business. And we know the war on drugs resulted in so many black and brown folks placed in prison for decades for what I would consider to be like petty crimes. And families were ripped apart as a result of these draconian drug laws. And so now that cannabis is legal here in the state of New Jersey, I want to make sure that those that we have provided the opportunity to in terms of the businesses that are invested in this space, that they understand the need to make sure that they do right by us, so that the people in our city who need jobs, those who suffered under the weight of these draconian laws, are given the opportunity, second chances, third chances, so that they can redeem themselves and become a part of this industry. So we're expecting a lot from you, Ananya. We want to make sure that you do right by Plainfield and that you do right by the people who live here in this city. So I want to make sure that you employ people from Plainfield, black and brown folks who suffered under the weight of the draconian drug laws that put so many of our people behind bars. But this is a new day and a new time. And that is why we are gathered here, to celebrate the opening of the second dispensary in the city of Plainfield. And we have been very open to this business. When you look at other municipalities that surround us, you would find that they thumb their noses at this business because they have this notion that this is a business that is negative for whatever reason. Yet those same people who have thumbed their noses and who have, decided that they will not participate in this industry They're the same ones that have been crossing the border of Plainfield for decades, coming to buy drugs in our downtown. And so they don't have to hide anymore. They can just come openly and visit a space like this. And we, now that it's legal, it was an underground economy, and that underground economy put so many of our people in jail when they were caught. But now that it's legal, we're going to get 2% of the gross revenues of all of the sales that these businesses have on a daily, yearly basis. And so many of you have seen some illegal joints, no pun intended, around the city. We're going to go after those joints. We're going to find them, and we're going to shut them down. Because people like Ananya and her investors and the other cannabis businesses that are going to be opening their doors here in the city of Plainfield, they put a lot of money into opening their doors. And the real estate is not cheap. And so why should we allow these illegal establishments that are taking advantage of the fact that it has been legalized, even though they don't have the right to operate because they are not licensed, and they're just skimming the profits off the top? So we're going to find those establishments and we're going to shut them down, because we are supportive of businesses like Royal M and the others that are going to be setting up shop here in the city of Plainfield. Our first cannabis cultivator will be opening its doors in a matter of months, and you'll be hearing more. And this is going to mean so much to the city, because it's going to provide the inventory to the dispensaries that are going to be here in Plainfield as well as in the state. And so we're all in when it comes to this industry. And I can't thank the city council enough for being so open about this industry, recognizing that it's needed, that it's time, and that we ought not to be afraid anymore of this business, because it's legal and we know that it has its place here in the city as well as in so many other cities. We had a referendum on the ballot that I believe passed by about 78%. And when you have that kind of a majority, and I have seen those majorities in other places. I worked in another municipality that had a similar majority, yet the 7 members of the council decided not to allow this business within the borders of that municipality. And when you have 78 or 80% of the people saying yes, why should 7 members of the council say no? And so that's where I stand, and that's why I have been so supportive, because this is what the people have told me that we ought to allow in our city. And I will not say no when the people say yes. And so that has brought us here. And today, I want to thank all of the members of the governing body, and I know that the council president would speak and he will introduce his colleagues. I also want to thank my lovely wife, who's always there by my side. All of the members of my administration that are present here, and I want to thank you, members of the media, our communication team, and others, and especially those of you who will be coming through those doors and spending your money. And we're going to get a cut of it. 2%. 2%. So I have nothing more to say at this point other than to say thanks to all of you for coming out. Thanks to Ananya for the confidence that she has showed in opening her doors. I want to say thanks to Rich Dunn and Paramount Properties, who has been, very open to allowing this business to open its doors within its, on the 4 walls of Paramount Assets and, the others that are participating in the industry. So thanks to each and every one of you. May God bless you. Thank you.
From the leadership of our governing body, Council President Steve Hockaday.
Thank you, Director Fields. My name is Steve Hockaday. I'm the Council President for 2024, and I'm bringing greetings on behalf of my lovely Council members. So we have from the 1st and 4th Ward, Councilwoman Julian Cherry. Councilman of the 2nd and 3rd Ward, Richard Wyatt. And the Councilman of the 1st Ward, our Vice President, Robert Graham. So this is an awesome day. It absolutely warms my heart to know that this is a woman-owned business. You know, women just seem to do everything a little better. You need a strong woman in your life. If you're smart, gentlemen, make sure you have one of those to guide you in everything that you do. But this is certainly a beautiful place. It's royal, so I had to bring my royalty, my father, Steve Hockaday, right here. As a council, this is certainly something, a business and businesses that we love to support. When cannabis was first, when the referendum came through and we knew that this would be businesses that would be setting up throughout the state, we wanted to make sure that Plainfield didn't miss out on this immense opportunity. So first, you know, I'd like to thank the mayor for his leadership and being bold and from the very beginning saying that Plainfield is open for business for cannabis. So Mayor, I'll just give you your props for leading the way. You know, but also we have responsive council members who, you know, these are all folks that knock on doors, that know many of their neighbors, and they know the pulse of what residents of Plainfield want. You know, and many Plainfield members are saying that this is the type of business that they want. People who, when they come to Plainfield, this is the type of business that they want to frequent. We have Mama Juana's up the street, then you can get your marijuana here, right? So, you know, it's a good 1-2 punch. So you're in good proximity to where things are happening, because I tell you, when there's a soccer game or anything, Mama Juana's is absolutely just a riot. It's a really nice place to go to. So we're constantly cultivating this area and building up this area to make it more of a destination, more of a place where you want to live, to work, to play. And we thank you for having the vision, the confidence in our city to set up. It's absolutely beautiful around here, and I just love to see the activity of all the individuals that come out to celebrate a new business here in Plainfield. So with that, I will conclude. I look forward to indulging with the project. I can say that now because it's completely legal. But one thing right? Just because I don't have locks doesn't mean that I smoke. All right, I just want you to know that. All right, but I do. But there's also a flip side to this, because, you know, for me, this is mostly a social justice issue in terms of why we are all here and why it's important to legalize cannabis, because of what the mayor mentioned and how disproportionate it is of who's actually incarcerated for using these substances, other drugs, but certainly cannabis. So when I was on my way in, Vibes, who's set up here, has these rolling papers which they feature someone who is still in jail for non-violent drug offenses. So this is for Ricardo Ashmead. All right, this says release Ricardo Ashmead. He's probably in a state other than New Jersey. I'm sure this is national. Some states haven't gotten the memo in terms of, you know, how harmless, you know, cannabis is. It actually has the opposite effect of probably alcohol in terms of when you use it, what you want to do. You know, you just want to hang out and chill most of the time, or maybe go to sleep. It's not something that will cause more crime or stir things up. But unfortunately, there are states that haven't gotten the memo, still have people who are incarcerated for using this, you know, the cannabis, and that's very unfortunate. So I want to lift up Vibes and the fact that they have this Last Prisoner project, because that's certainly important. You know, probably the most important component of this, besides the fact that people who also need to use the substance for medicinal purposes get much needed relief for pain. You know, I won't blow you up, but my father said, what do they have for pain? You know, and I'll see what you have, whether it's a tincture or something edible that could assist him, you know, in his advanced years, you know. And it's just awesome that we're able to have an open dialogue for this for cannabis. So thank you again for just giving us an opportunity for us to magnify your business, to bring press and everybody here so we can get the engine going. Because when you're successful, Plainfield's successful, we all are successful, and it just makes it a better town for us to come to. So thank you.
Now the woman of the hour, Ananya Mukherjee.
Well, everyone was so eloquent and spoke so clearly and so well, and really emulated many of our hopes and dreams with regards to opening this space. So I thank you all for being here. I'm going to put my reading glasses on. I wrote it down. You guys were amazing, my goodness. For me to follow that is hard. So hello to everyone.
Hello.
And so good to see you all here. And I'd like to personally thank Mayor Adrian Mapp for being here today, Zenobia Fields, Director of Economic Development, and Council President Steve Hockaday, and your dad. Yes, hi. And my amazing team of professionals who I couldn't have done any of this without them. We toiled tirelessly, and they're just an amazing team of people. They're knowledgeable, they're kind, and we're just very blessed to have this team. It's a family of professionals that we have here, and I'd just like to name some of them. Ryan Forrest, which is our Director of Operations. Director of Inventory. We've got Sarah Shaffery, which is General Manager. Right here. And Jennifer Castro, Director of, Inventory Manager. And as well as, Ron Smith, Mariani Ramirez, Ashley Juarez, Olivia Frazier. This is our family right now, and we're looking to grow, and we're hoping to have, everyone join us on this journey that has been wonderful thus far, but we've learned a lot. And so anyway, I'm a native of New Jersey, so I'm a New Jerseyite. And I'm thrilled to be able to open our doors on East Front Street, Plainfield. As a Rutgers student, college student, I remember when my friend Cynthia and I would ride the New Jersey Transit, and I'd get off right over here, and I would visit her at her home in Plainfield, and we'd do homework and walk around town and just basic stuff. So I feel like I'm returning home to my roots. We began this journey in cannabis 3 years ago with respect to opening this space. And we believe in the multitude of health enhancements cannabis can provide. So the research that's being conducted as to the benefits of using cannabis has only just begun. And we at Royal M have made a commitment to procure the best products with our knowledgeable staff, and our goal is to enhance the lives of the people who visit our store. And it is my hope and goal to be an integral part of this diverse and amazing community of Plainfield. And we're excited to welcome you all to our Royal M family. So thank you again.
We have a proclamation for you from the Office of the Mayor. On January 23rd, 2024, the City of Plainfield celebrates the inauguration of its second adult use cannabis dispensary, Royal M Dispensary. Located at 102A East Front Street, the establishment offers legal access to cannabis products for individuals aged 21 and above. Whereas Royal M Dispensary owner and visionary Anaya Mukherjee is committed to fostering an inclusive environment for seasoned cannabis connoisseurs and newcomers alike. Royal M serves as a celebration of the community, education, and breaking down outdated stigmas surrounding cannabis. Whereas Royal M Dispensary takes pride in its collaboration with prominent wholesale partnerships, ensuring diverse selection of meticulous curated products that aim to provide consumers with the finest offerings. This flagship location is conveniently positioned near one of Plainfield's train stations and within the vibrant downtown business district. Whereas Royal M Dispensary is a proud woman and minority-owned business in the city rich with diversity. The project has been a labor of love and a dream come true. There is an excellent about the industry, the future, and all the wonderful opportunities with this new venture will bring to our community. Now therefore be it resolved.
That I, Adrian O'Mapp, Mayor of Plainfield, New Jersey, do hereby recognize and celebrate the significance of the new Royal M Dispensary and the positive impact it will have on our neighbors.
If we can move in an orderly fashion towards the exit, we will cut the ribbon straight through this way.